Okay, good day today, guys, and today is the day we're going to make my pepper butter. And it's not butter, but this is how I make mustard. I had a 80-year-old man whose wife had passed away, and she always canned him this pepper butter, and so he uses it like mustard, you know, on hot dogs and stuff like that. And we do use Hungarian peppers for it, and our mild Hungarian peppers. And by the time we put the red vinegar and the sugar and everything in it, it is not a hot taste at all. So anyways, his wife, like I said, passed away, and when he found out I canned, he gave me his wife's recipe, which is over 50 years old, that she created, and I made him a whole bunch of it. So I usually make a 3-year supply. So this is the year that I get to make the peppers. I have 10 of these Hungarian peppers. That's all it's going to take, probably, to make me a 3-year supply of the peppers. So, and since then he has passed away. So I'm going to carry on his wife's, you know, recipe and stuff. So, and I don't know if you guys know who this guy is here. Unfortunately, he's my other half. What do you think of that, Max?
Yeah, I'm the best half.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, he insisted on wearing Max's shirt here.
Max's Mean Machine.
Mean Machine. Max has a YouTube channel, and why don't you tell him tell him about the YouTube channel?
It's Max's Mean Machines. He has videos on cars, builds all these fancy, nice cars, awesome looking cars, monster cars, street rods, you name it, he makes it.
Yeah, and he cooks.
And he cooks, has all kinds of neat animals.
Alright, so Greg's going to go ahead and show you and what we do. Alright, we started out with 2 of these buckets heaping full of Hungarian peppers. And I just realized I did say something about 10 peppers. No, there's 300 pepper. 300 or 400 did we say?
400.
But 400 and something peppers that we picked. So, and go ahead and tip this. And so far this is what we've got. So I didn't think you guys would want to watch us cut this many up in many hours and stuff like that, right?
Right, pretty boring.
Pretty boring, yeah. So anyways, Greg's going to go ahead and finish these up here real quick. Greg's going to show you guys how he does it. Now everybody's got their own way of how they do this. So what he's doing right now is taking that knife and cutting the seeds out inside. When it comes to peppers, I always have him do the peppers a lot. He can take those peppers on his hands and stuff, even though he's got gloves, a lot better than I can. 400 peppers is a lot of peppers, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah. And then in a minute, I'll show you who else helped. There you go. Go ahead and do the red one.
The red one?
Yeah, the red one will show up better for them. So just cut the ends out. Okay. Now this is how Greg does it. We both do it different, but like I said, everybody's got their, you know, own way of getting those seeds out. Cut it. There you go. Alright, well, we won't bore you with the rest of these, but this is the last that we need. I will be making 4 batches of this pepper butter. So, because if we wait on him, it'll be tomorrow before he finishes this little bit up right here. Toby wanted to show you the potatoes that we dug up from the garden, didn't we? We dug up quite a bit, many of these bigger ones, but this was our biggest one. So he's my potato digger, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. We'll have some more videos with Toby here later. Right now he's recovering from surgery, and like I said, the surgery turned out fantastic, didn't it? You had your stitches out today, didn't you?
Yeah.
And he
them.
most of them. Yeah, I think he got them all out. We usually try to get all the seeds out. Sometimes it's impossible, but it won't hurt it. Tell them what you're doing now.
Just slicing them in quarters. already sliced them in half, so slice them again, which make quarters. Then we'll
hey, you know math.
chunks.
You know math. I'm surprised where you came from.
Yeah. 2 plus 2 is 3, by the way.
Okay.
Just joking.
Yeah. So, all right. Then we won't here, show them what you're doing. There you go.
Now slice them into chunks like those now.
There's that thing if you want. There you go.
Just scoop one of that gadget and voila.
Yep.
There we go.
Okay, we'll get the rest as he's cutting that up. I'm going to go ahead and get the blender and everything out so we can show you the next steps. It's pretty easy. It's pretty easy. I would say this is the most time consuming right here. And the sad thing is, we still probably have another 400 peppers out there. The peppers did really good, and I just really don't know what to do with that many peppers. Do you?
Keep chopping.
Keep chopping. Hey, are you going to turn around? You need to bring that over here. You gotta, Max knows what his stuff looks like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Make sure it's advertised well.
Yeah, well. Okay, well what he's doing now, you know, go ahead and, I'm teaching him how to make this. No, you gotta use that measuring cup. Right there. Because you'll block the whole view.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Gotta turn the power on. Okay. Yep. Hey, you do that pretty good now.
Yeah.
Teach you how to cook. All right, good. Just go ahead and pour it in the pan then. What'd you say it was?
A Fear Factor milkshake.
Oh my. Oh my. Then we'll keep doing this till it's all pureed up. And then we'll start adding. We'll be needing red wine vinegar, yellow mustard, salt, and some sugar. And again, I'll leave the recipe in the description below. Okay, well, when he gets this all done, then we'll be back where we can like mix it all together then for you. Now that we got this all, I don't know if it's in the camera or not, but anyways, we got this all taken care of. All the peppers are pureed. So our next thing that we're going to use is we're using the red wine vinegar. We need 32 ounces. So 4 of these bottles makes 32 ounces. And then we need 32 ounces of mustard, because we're making 2 batches of everything. So that would be 60 ounces of that. Salt, and again, I'll leave the recipe in the in the link below. Oh, the sugar. Can you get the sugar? And believe it or not, each recipe calls for 6 cups of sugar, so that would be 12 cups of sugar. All right, let's get started. Which in this case, since it's a double recipe, be 3 cups of flour with a cup of water. And it says make it like a gravy, and then add it to the boiling mixture, and then stir until it thickens. And then we can can it, put it through that process of canning. All right, so the next thing is we need, since it's 2 batches, we need 2 tablespoons of salt. Whoa, okay. And now be 12 cups of sugar. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know, it's a lot. But I tell you, and it's not sweet tasting either. Now, I'm not going to talk to you, so that way you don't mess it up. That's a 1 cup measuring.
I'm just making sure it's a 1 cup.
Yep, it's a 1 cup.
I'm putting a half of a bag.
Yeah, just do...
Anybody's counting, it's going to be 13 because of the little ones that I've done.
No, do half.
Good. Are you sure?
Little more.
Good.
Alright, this don't turn out. It's his fault because he put too much sugar in it.
Yep.
So, like I said, it has like a little bit of a, not much of a kick to it, does it? Not much, because I don't like hot stuff. And it's not, you would think all that sugar would be sweet, but it's not. So what we're going to do now, we're going to put this on the stove, and we're going to bring it to a boil. And then we'll add our thickener to it. Okay, go ahead and put it on the stove. It says to mix flour and water like a gravy. Okay, so once this comes to a boil, then we're going to slowly mix this in like this to thicken it up. And now we want the consistency of a like a mustard. So just pour it out slowly. All right. You guys, I think that's going to be good. Oh, I just ran my hand in it. Okay, kind of keep stirring it a little. So this is kind of what I want. You don't want it too thick, because if you get it too thick, you get in the jars, then the heat doesn't even out for the processing. So this will be perfect, and it will thicken up. All right, that's all I need from you. So thanks a lot.
All right, no problem.
Go take care of the animals for me.
Take care of it. See everybody later.
All right. Now I'm going to use the jelly jars so I can get 14 in this big canner. And the way I can do that, you just flip this upside down. Okay? Because you won't be able to get 14. Sometimes it just gets caught in here. But put them upside down in your canner. Like that. And the jars will fit just fine. Now I'll do 2 batches of these, so I will have 28 of these, and then any leftover I will put in the pint size Pint-sized jars. So the next thing we do, we're going to fill these jars up so they don't float, because I'm going to sterilize my jars so they fit in there really nice. My jars are hot and sterile. Now I do have 14 jars, but I'm only going to do 7 at a time. Yes, this has 14. We'll do 7 at a time to keep the jars good and hot. All right. This tastes really, really good. You would think with the peppers being a little on the mild, you know, hot side, you would think this would all be hot, spicy taste, but it's not. So we'll just fill them. I do a 1-inch headspace with these. It says you can do, you know, a 1/2 inch, but I like to leave a little more room just in case it needs to expand with the thickening, and it'll thicken up as it goes. Then I rinse my rag out and give it one more good swipe on top. Okay. Put these lids on. And then we'll put them in when I get the other jars done. And then we'll bring the water to a boil again, a rolling boil. Once it comes to a rolling boil, and then we will time it for 10 minutes. That's all you need. Just finger tight, not too tight. If your lids buckle, you get them out of the canner and your lids are all buckled up. That means you put the lids on too tight. That's one of the reasons. Like I said, I've been canning now for 43 years. So I've learned a lot by trial and error. It is hot. Okay, I'm going to put these in the canner and get the other ones out and get them filled up and put them in the canners, and then I'll let them boil for 10 minutes, and then we'll show you what they look like when they come out. Okay, it's the next day, and I ended up with 40 of these. I've already given away a couple of them. Make sure you take the lids off and clean around your jar, wash your jars off, because mold can develop on these, and then what will happen is it will corrode the lid and then pop your seal. So make sure you clean these. This is the consistency that I got out of this batch. I would like to have it a little bit thinner, but when you go through the canning process, it's kind of hard to tell. But this is just fine, just fine. So here's a little bit closer of a look. If you get it a little bit thinner, then it can go through like the ketchup bottles and stuff a lot easier if you wanted to put it in that. I guess that ends this video, and I can't describe really how it tastes. You'll just have to make it and try it, and I will leave the recipe in the description below.